In a cozy Manhattan diner, Emily moved quietly between tables, her shy smile barely visible behind her hair. She'd been working there for 3 years, always polite, always silent, yet her calm presence brought comfort to everyone. Few knew she was fluent in American Sign Language, a skill she'd learned for her deaf sister. One grey afternoon, the door opened to a well-dressed man in his early 40s and an elegant older woman. The man, Alexander Reed, was one of the city's most successful billionaires, though Emily had no idea who he was. She noticed his mother trying to order coffee, but struggling to express herself. Without hesitation, Emily began signing, her hands moving gracefully. The woman's face lit up with relief and joy, her eyes filling with tears as they spoke fluently in sign. Alexander froze, watching his mother laugh for the first time in years. He had tried countless ways to make her feel connected again, but this quiet waitress had done it effortlessly. When Emily walked away, his mother signed with a trembling smile. "She has a beautiful soul." Alexander nodded slowly, something stirring deep inside him. A feeling that this gentle stranger had just changed everything. The next morning, Alexander returned to the small diner, his expensive car drawing curious stares from passers-by. Inside, Emily was restocking napkins when she saw him walk in. Her heart skipped a beat. "Mr. Reed." "You're back," she said softly. He smiled, his tone warm but sincere. "Please, call me Alex. My mother hasn't stopped talking about you since yesterday." Emily blushed, unsure how to respond. "She's such a wonderful woman. I'm glad I could talk with her." Alex leaned slightly closer, lowering his voice. "She hasn't opened up like that in years. You gave her something I couldn't. Comfort." His honesty disarmed her. They spoke for a while, discovering how much they shared. Both had lost loved ones. Both valued kindness over wealth. Before leaving, Alex said, "My mother is hosting a charity dinner tomorrow for hearing-impaired children. She'd love you to be there." Emily hesitated, her modest clothes and simple life clashing with his world. "I'm not sure I'd fit in," she admitted. Alex smiled gently. "You already fit where it matters." That evening, she stood before her mirror, smoothing her borrowed dress, unaware that tomorrow would lead her into a world far beyond her quiet life. The charity dinner shimmered with luxury, crystal chandeliers, elegant gowns, and a soft symphony echoing through the grand hall. Emily stood at the entrance, nervous and out of place, clutching her small purse. Then she saw Mrs. Reed waving from across the room, her face lighting up as she signed, "You came, my dear." Instantly, Emily relaxed. They began conversing in fluent sign, laughing softly, drawing the attention of guests who watched with admiration. For the first time in years, Mrs. Reed seemed alive, her eyes bright with joy. Alexander stood nearby, watching silently, his heart tightening at the sight of his mother's happiness. When it was time for speeches, Mrs. Reed called Emily to the stage and signed, her hands trembling with emotion. Emily translated aloud, "There are people who bring light into silence. Tonight, I thank this young woman for reminding me that kindness speaks louder than words." The audience applauded, some moved to tears. Emily blinked rapidly, overwhelmed as Alex joined her on stage. He leaned closer and whispered, "You gave my mother her voice back." She looked up, meeting his gaze, and in that unspoken moment, something deep and powerful passed. But a few weeks later, Emily received an elegant envelope sealed with the Reed family crest. Inside was a handwritten note from Mrs. Reed inviting her to dinner at their home. Nervous but curious, Emily arrived at the grand estate just before sunset. The garden glowed with soft lights, and Mrs. Reed greeted her warmly, signing, "Welcome, my dear." Moments later, Alex appeared, dressed casually but with his usual quiet confidence. In his hand he held a small velvet box. "Emily," he said softly, "you've brought joy back into our home. My mother smiles again because of you." Opening the box, he revealed a delicate silver bracelet engraved with the ASL sign for love. Emily's eyes filled with tears. She signed back, "You didn't have to do this." He smiled. "Maybe not. But I wanted to." Mrs. Reed watched them both with tears in her eyes, signing, "Love doesn't always need words. It just needs understanding." As the golden evening light faded, Alex reached for Emily's hand. She didn't pull away this time. Standing there, surrounded by warmth and peace, Emily realized she was no longer the shy waitress who lived in silence. She had found a voice and a love that spoke through the heart, in them, a connection words could never express. And into his heart